Do-do, do-do, let the boys be boys. A slam. Do-do, do-do, let the boys be boys. A slam. Do-do, do-do, let the boys be boys. A slam. Oh, hi. Caught me. I love country music. And I really like that song, but I think I like the original version recorded by Ernest Tubb in 1957. Hi, buckaroos. Dwight Williams, back on there. The Duke of Jacksboro Highway, the mayor of Northeast 28th Street, the Bishop of Belknap, and you ladies know me as the Supreme Allied Commander of Love. Welcome to another edition, another episode of the Dwight Williams Show. We got a lot going on today. Going to have a lot of fun. Got just tons of viewer mail. Y'all just keep on writing in. We're getting a lot of mail, and we're going to visit with Bill, read some mail, and see what's happening with him. And oh, One-Eyed John's coming back. I have never gotten so much mail as we did for One-Eyed John. I just asked him to stop by. You know, I was at the bar one night up there in Jacksboro Highway, and I said, hey, we're doing this show. Somebody wanted to stop by and be on the show, and John said he would, and he did. Probably the only time he's ever shown up on time in his life. But he came in, and we just got a lot of mail, so I invited him back. We're going to have a little visit with him. Also going to have a little word from my brother Robert. Now, you know, I want to remind you people, now listen to this. After the last episode, one guy walked up to me and told me that Robert was the funniest thing he'd ever seen. Well, let's just say that guy's now eating his dinner through a straw, all right? Now remember, don't laugh at Robert, okay? All right. So anyway, we're going to have a whole lot of fun here. Now, the phone. The phone. Hey, let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm kind of between jobs right now, so I'm taping this in the middle of the day, and I've been listening to one of them AM radio talk shows, and they've got free time on the telephones. So they got me on hold right now, and I'm going to get on there and talk to the guy on the radio. Oh, just a second. Hello, Jody. This is Jason in Mesquite. And I'd just like to say that, well, all guns are evil, and all handguns ought to be dumped in the bottom of the ocean, and anybody who owns a gun is a criminal, and they should just be outlawed. And in Japan there's only been 3 people killed with handguns in the last 5,000 years. And I think we just ought to outlaw them all and destroy them. And I'm going to hang up and listen to your response. I bet his switchboard's lighting up like a Christmas tree right now. Smoke's pouring out of it. I like messing with people. Hey, I think I'll run for politics. Maybe I ought to be a state representative or something. All right. Well, let's go over to Bill here and talk about the viewer mail and see what's up over there. What do we got? What do we got this time, Bill?
Oh, I'm sorry. Caught me reading. I was reading the Lord of the Rings trilogy again.
Well, may the sun always shine on your sword, may the hair on your head grow as white as the snow, and may your children's children's children never live under the shadow of Mordor again.
What did you say?
I said, how can you read that stuff? It doesn't exist, and it's got all these big words in it you can't pronounce.
That isn't what you said.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, well, whatever. Anyway, yes, we did get a lot of mail, quite a bit of mail this time. And I'd like to remind everyone that there's going to be an address showing up on your screen at the end of the show. So be sure to write that down. Send us your letters, notes, any ideas that you have. We'll look through them, and maybe we'll read them here on the air. So let's get right to the letters. The first one we have, right, is this is from Reverend Robert Tilton in Farmers Branch, Texas. He writes, it came to you. It writes, Dear Dwight, God has a miracle plan for you. Send me all your money and I'll tell you what that plan is. And so, I mean, he really does. He goes on and on about this. He sent us some a miracle handkerchief and some miracle seeds that you can plant, and I'd like to see what comes up. I'm sure the postal authorities would too. But he sent us this, and I think you're twisted enough that you'll like this. Let's go ahead and take a look at that right there.
Now, let me take a look at that thing. Give that here. What the hell is Look at this. It's a religious right monopoly game. I want to be the little race car. My God, look at it. We actually got this in the mail. Look at this. My friend, I agree with you for your miracle. Bob, he even signed it. Look at that. How nice of him. See, he signed it right there. See, he's got his little eyes squinched up, his hand up like that. Put this on your refrigerator. Put this up on the, see, number one, put this on your refrigerator mirror or someplace you'll see it every day where you can wake up every morning, you can high-five Bob. My goodness. Look at this. The next 21 days, he wants you to send him money every day for 21 days. Look at that. Look at this. After day 22 here at the end, it says, touch my hand and agree for your miracle. I don't think there's a rubber glove thick enough for me to touch that hand. Oh, Lord, do you believe this guy? Look at this. I honestly believe that, look at this. I stand in agreement with Bob and believe God for my miracle. It says right there, I stand in agreement with Bob and believe God for my miracle. Notice how he put the word Bob ahead of the word God? In fact, I think the name Bob appears more on here than the names God or Jesus, you know? Whoa! Look, you got little things you cut off down here and put up there, and they got habits and job, and I need that right now, and family and strength, and I like day 9, finances. Maybe I'll do this and I can win the lottery. Boy, I tell you what, I ought to send this to Mama. Mama would go over there and she'd tear him. Well, this is a family show. I can't say what Mama would do to him. Hang on to that. I tell you what. Let's hang on to that, and we're gonna have to have a contest sometime. We're gonna have to, like, I don't know, name a segment or some type of contest, and that's gonna be the prize. Is that poster right there, and then see if he sent us some other stuff. We'll give all our Bob stuff away. Is what we'll do. Let's go on. What else we got over there?
All right, moving right along. It's kind of like Rush Limbaugh there. You know what I mean? I tell you, Bill Clinton is crazy. The man is crazy. I'm right. I know I'm right. Hillary Clinton is crazy. He's crazy. They're all crazy. I'm right. I'm telling you I'm right. I told you I was right last week, even when I was wrong. Hey, we ought to do a Rush Limbaugh segment, kind of a takeoff of that. I do a pretty good Rush Limbaugh. What do you think?
I don't think that's funny at all. Rush Limbaugh is a great American, and this country would be a whole lot better off if we just listened and did exactly what he said. So no, we're not going to do that as long as I'm connected with this show.
All right, I won't mention it again, okay? Okay, how about, look, I got a letter here asking something about sports.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Let's go ahead and read that.
Okay. Well, Tom from Euless writes, Dear Dwight, why don't you have a segment on sports in your show? You could give your own slant on the news in the sporting world.
That's a good question there. Why don't we have a sports segment? Well, let me tell you, I think there's just about enough sports on TV right now and on the radio. And I mean, I like football. Sometimes I like to go down to the bar and, give me a nice cold one and watch a football game. Now, baseball, my goodness. Oh, Lord, 3 hours of time cram-packed with 2 minutes of action. So that's really all I have to say about that. And then soccer, well, that's just a bunch of foreigners out there in their underwear running around. And basketball is a bunch of Americans running around in their underwear, except they're indoors. So I'm not really much of a sports fan besides watching the Cowboys. But now, I tell you one place where the media fails, and that is auto racing, motorsports of any type. Indianapolis, drag racing, NASCAR, Formula One, they just fall down. They don't do a good job at all. And you know, I tell you what, I used to think that NASCAR racing was just for ignorant rednecks. But they've come up with these in-car cameras. I mean, they got cameras down on the front bumper and looking out the back, and you got one looking at the driver right here. You can see him driving like this. You know, they sit right up against the wheel like that and they drive like this, and it's great. I mean, you put that camera on the bumper or behind the driver, and you can see what it's like to hit head-on into a barrier at 180 miles an hour. And it doesn't hurt you a bit. Of course, he may live for a week, but hey. Well, those in-car cameras, that's the best thing that happened to auto racing that ever. And it's just amazing. Drag racing, they put one up on the wing and watch them go down. I tell you, one thing they can improve on NASCAR with the in-car camera, like at the Daytona 500 with a camera inside the car, let's put two little kids in there jumping up and down yelling, "Are we there yet?" That'd be funny as hell. Hey, now that reminds me of something. NASCAR and the crews and everything. If you're a businessman, I want you to think about the Dwight Williams show for advertising your show. Now you can have your name here or here, or we can put them on our chest. We can put your product name in front of the people you want to have it seen it. You know, there's good people watching this show, and they'll see your product. Now, I want you to contact me, and we'll discuss some advertising rates for you.
Now, wait a minute, Dwight. Now, we can't do that. Now, when I signed up to do this show, I signed a contract with the cable people that said that I would not use this channel, any show on this channel, to raise money, so we can't do that.
No, I'm not talking about doing a commercial. I'm talking about selling space here on the set, or on our, you know, we could get uniforms like the stock car racing do, you know, Beer Nuts or Jack Daniels or something. We'd have names everywhere on the collar and up here on the shoulders. These things, what do you call them? The epileptics up here on the shoulders. And we could just sell. We could make some money off of this. You know, we could sell space here on the set.
I'm sorry, Dwight. We can't do that. I signed the agreement. We cannot use this to raise money.
Look, we can make some good money doing this. I mean, why are you doing this? You know, we can make some profit on this.
The reason I'm doing this show, Dwight, is to expand my experience as an actor. Now, I ask you to come on to help me as a host and help out in general, but, you know, this is for the sake of art.
Hey, all right, I guess we won't do that. I guess we won't. Tell you what, I think you're making a serious mistake, but it's your decision to make, I guess. I tell you, you get that shopping list there for me?
Let's see here. We've got duct tape, plastic tie wraps, a pack of underwear, a sheet of 3/4 inch plywood. What's that for?
Oh, the plywood. Well, that's for the knife throwing exhibition I'm going to do in the next episode.
Knife throwing? Does Robert know about this?
Sure he does. I told him.
All right, well, I'll go pick this stuff up, and you got this under control now.
All right, you just run along and get that stuff. I got it under control now. This thing on? Is this on? I'm on the air. I'm back on there. All right, get this straight. Let me look in the monitor, get this all straight here, okay? Hi. Okay, now what I was saying earlier is, if you want to get your product name in front of the right people, well then contact me. Now there's going to be an address showing up here at the end of this tape, and I want you to get in touch with me and deal with me only, because I can cut you a good deal. I'll just sharpen that pencil so fine. And now along that same lines, we're going to have a visit from my brother Robert. Now remember what I said earlier, okay? So anyway, Robert's going to come out here and have to say something to you. I'm going to have to stop here and rearrange the camera because I'm sitting down, but he's going to be standing up, you see what I mean? So I got to stop right now and readjust the camera. We'll be right back with you, okay? Hey Robert, I'm set up. You just come right on out here and say those words I told you, okay? Oh, Bubba, do I have to? Now, come on, Robert. Just get on out here. It's just a simple little thing for you to say. Memorize the speech. Just get out there and say it. But, Bubba, I don't want to. Look, I do lots of things for you, and I don't ask you to do too much. Now, didn't I take you to Six Flags once 2 years ago? Now, just go on out there, Say the words I told you to say. It'll make Mama proud. It'll make us all proud of you. So just get on out there and do it, okay? Bubba, I feel like an idiot. Robert, don't you ever say that again. You're just as good as anybody else and just as smart as anybody else. I never want to hear you say that again. Now you get right on out there and make everybody just so proud of you. Okay, Bubba. Still say I feel like an idiot. Mr. Businessman and Miss Businesswoman, may I have your attention, please? You, yes, you, can get on the fast track to success. Would you like to put the name of your product or service or company in front of a fastly growing audience with lots of disposable income? Well, you can by advertising on the Dwight Williams Show. Surveys have shown that the Dwight Williams Show has an audience of highly mobile, of upwardly mobile, highly intelligent young people with lots of disposable income. I am so embarrassed. There will be an address showing up at the end of this tape on how to contact Dwight for information and rates on how for you to advertise on this show. Or you can call 1-800-555-DWYT. That's 1-800-555-Dwight. Oh, yes, you can be on the fast track to success and higher sales and profits by advertising on the Dwight Williams Show. Call today. Don't delay. I hope my friends don't see this. Okay, Robert. Okay, well, you go in there and color in your book, and I'm real proud of you, and you just did real good. Mama's gonna be proud of you too. Good going. All right. Well, I got the camera reset up, and while I was doing that, One-Eyed John showed up. So why don't you get all the little kiddos and gather them around the set, because One-Eyed John's got a little story he wants to tell them. Okay? And so get those kiddos around here. Hey, John, how you doing today?
Pretty good, Dwight. Pretty good, Dwight. Just taking it one day at a time. Little inside joke there, you know what I mean?
Good, good. You got a story for us, huh?
Yes, I have a wonderful story for all the little kiddos. It's called Aladdin and His Magic Lamp. Buy me a drink.
No.
Damn. Yes, a tale of intrigue and mystery set in the Middle East. Aladdin.
Oh, good. You just get with the little boys and girls there and just tell them your story.
Well, once upon a time there's a boy named Aladdin, and he was walking down the beach and found a lamp, and he rubbed it, and a genie popped out and said, "You have freed me from the lamp, and I will give you 3 wishes." Boy, I could use something like that. Anyway, I'll give you 3 wishes. So he wished for the princess, tall power in the kingdom, and a new car, and poof, he got it. And the genie was freed from the lamp. Buy me a drink.
No.
Damn. So the genie was was freed from the lamp, first time in 5,000 years. So he put on a hat that looked like Goofy the dog and flew away to Disney World. And there he had a good time, just lived it up for a long time, until the money started running out. And he had lost all his magical powers except for one. He had one more wish remaining, and he decided to save that to the person who would show him kindness. Buy me a drink.
No.
So he stood out in front of Disney World, where all the world went in to be entertained. And he held up his little sign that said, "We'll work for food." And the world sneered at him as he went by. People sneered and yelled, "Get a job! There's nothing wrong with you." Until one day, a nice little boy and a nice little girl walked up to him and said, "You look like a kind man. Here's $1. Buy me a drink."
Mm-mm.
Damn! So the nice boy and girl gave the genie $1. And seeing as they were so nice, he gave them his last wish. And they wished for lots of money. Money so they could take care of themselves and their friends and wreak revenge on those who had hurt them in the past. And everything would be perfect in life. Absolutely perfect. And those people would pay. They would pay so dearly. Buy me a drink.
No.
Damn. Well, the genie used his last wish, and he turned into a human and lived out his days in happiness and content. The moral of the story, boys and girls, is when you see someone like that standing on the street corner, be nice to them and give them a couple of bucks, because you don't know. They may be a genie who will give you their last wish. Then you can wreak havoc on those who have hurt you in the past. Well, thanks for listening, boys and girls, and join me next time. I'll have a wonderful story for you. And thank you, Dwight, for having me on. And hey, I'll see you down at the Cherokee Lounge, okay? Bye.
All right, John. Thanks for that story. You just go on now and don't stumble. You take care, little buddy, all right? Okay. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I really got to apologize a little bit for you. I didn't know he was going to ask for money like that. But, so you drive around, you see him up on the north side or down in Hewlin, standing there with his little sign that says, "We'll work for food." And you're tempted to give him $1 or two, but don't do that, because when you do that, he'll go get him a bottle of booze, and he'll be sitting on a park bench within 2 hours with that bottle of booze huddled beside him and singing "He Stopped Loving Her Today" at the top of his lungs. So let's do everybody a favor and don't give him any money, okay? It's the kindest thing to do. Now, the next thing we want to go to...
Wait a minute, Dwight, what's going on here? What's with the signs on the setting around your neck?
Well, there ain't nothing going on. We're just wrapping up the show here, and One-Eyed John just left, and we're finishing up. It's just normal.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, do you want to explain to me why Robert's dressed up like that?
Oh, that? Well, I'm going to be taking him to work here in a minute, and Mr. Henderson wants him to stand out in front of the store, dressed up like that so he can sell some advertising space. Well, you remember the job Robert had that one time where he was dressed up like the giant hamburger, with the pickle on his head? Well, it's the same thing. You can call Mr. Henderson and ask him.
Robert, why are you dressed up like that?
Don't ask him that. You're going to get him crying, then I'll have to go out and rent that damn movie. What about Bob? God, I hate that. Have to sit here and watch it with him.
Dwight, I told you we can't do that.
Oh, come on, honestly, nothing was going on here. Well, why don't you go ahead and give this an idea, okay? We can make a lot of profit. We'll turn around and we'll put it right in our brand new equipment, and we can get us a nice stereo for music and stuff instead of silence at the beginning and end. Just think about it, will you?
Dwight, I told you we can't do that.
All right, I won't do it anymore. I'll end it. Well, thanks for joining us, boys and girls, and we'll see you next time, and I'm sure we'll have a lot of fun if we can afford to do it next time. Anyhow, we'll see you next time on the Dwight Williams Show. Bye. We can make some profit and buy some new equipment. I mean, you got the camera here stacked up on phone books.
Coming down in 5, 4, 3,